Hello, good evening, my friends. This is Angy Stewart from Mia InnerLight. Tonight, Thursday, is 9:05. Yes, as usual, we have our technical difficulties. If it doesn't happen to me, it wouldn't be me, it would be somebody else. So it's a pleasure to have you here with us. We are going to do the God at home. Then we are going to have a short meditation. And then we are going to do our spiritual irradiation. So right now you are approaching. Let's actually open this thing here so I can see you guys. So now that you are approaching, so bring your water bottle because this will be your medication, and we will start talking to our friends, and then we are going to do our God at home like if we were in our own home. So let's start bringing Claudia. Hello, Claudia.
Hello, how are you?
Very good. Nice to have you here with us. Always awesome. And today we have Sandra. Hi, Sandra.
Hey, how are you, Angie? How are you, Claudia?
Hi, hello.
Very good. Nice to have you here, Sandra. Your first time. This is awesome. Very, very good. Exciting. And so to you that are arriving here, we will be discussing about this book, The Gospel According to Spiritism. So we are going to do our God at home. So the first 10 minutes, we talk about what is the God at home. If you have been following this study, we already talked a lot about it. And the main thing is that we do every week. You choose a day. You always do the same day. You always do the same time. And you should do it in a loud voice, because the spirits that are surrounding us, the ones that need to learn, they still cannot read your thoughts. They need still to listen to your voice. And yes, if you have family and you can involve your family to participate, fantastic. But if you can't, no worries. You can do by yourself. Or even better, you can do with us. So you can just do it Thursdays at 9:00. Yes. So Sandra, do you do the God at home or you don't?
So normally I actually do it in my office because I have certain schedules and times that are consistent for me, right? Sometimes it's a little more difficult at home because I'm not home, I'm at work, or my husband is out or I'm out. So yes, I have a consistent time at work.
That's good. Yes, that's the important thing, to set up a day and time that you dedicate, even if it's just 15 minutes. We also tell our friends all the time that depending of your family style, like people with kids, they can't do like a long one. They have to do a very short one. So this is like a prayer, the length of the prayer is not going to make a better prayer than another one. Maybe a very short prayer, but from your heart is good. So that's the important thing to do. So Sandra, did you see any problems when you started doing the God at home? Was any kind of difficulties in the beginning, or was like easy?
No, so I'm really disciplined. I was kind of born disciplined. So I don't find it difficult to find time and separate time. But yeah, the only difficulty that I have sometimes is when I travel. But because it's kind of in and out and I'll forget or whatever. But otherwise, no, I have to be honest. It's very easy for me to pick a day and a time, which for me is always Thursdays, actually. So yeah, I don't, and I do actually usually work a little bit more than 15 minutes. So it's a little bit longer than that. But again, I don't have my children anymore at home. Everybody's gone.
Yes.
So it's a little bit different. It's a little bit faster.
Yeah. I do it 1 hour.
And my
1 hour. I do.
husband loves just participating and listening to me, right? So he wants me to read it, and then we'll discuss it. And he's just really funny. And I should clarify, my office is a beautiful, like sacred place to study and to pray and to do meditation. So
Yes, yeah, no, this is really good. This is good. That, and you know, it's very good when you can do with somebody else, so you can have this enlightened conversations. And I miss my husband when he used to do, because he was always curious and a disbeliever in many ways, but it was always fun to try to make him to understand certain things from spiritual side that for him is still a little strange. But now he's rebellious. Now he doesn't want to do it. So, okay, soon he will do it again. When pain comes, he will do it again. Okay, so you know, let's actually start doing, so we can demonstrate to our friends that will be listening to it how we would do in a group. Before, let me just say hello, Saul. Nice to have you here. Long time I haven't seen you. Good that you come back. Hello, Alicia. How are you? I think it's morning time for you, isn't it? Right there. What is your time? I know it's a huge time difference. Hi, Michelle. Nice to have you here with us. So you guys can also write how you do the God at home. What are your difficulties? What were your difficulties? My worst difficulty was commitment. Sandra, I was, oh my God, disaster. I was so bad that I remember in the beginning, I had a friend that I met online. I met on something called Orkut. It was before Facebook existed. And I met this girl, and her name is Angela. And imagine, like, this was like 15, no more, like 17, 18 years ago. She used to call me from Brazil when the international, you couldn't call from a cell phone. It was like crazy expensive. You had to call from a landline, and it was super expensive. And she used to call for 1 minute only. So she had to hang up in 1 minute, because it was like I don't know, $3 a minute. So she used to call, Angy, you're going at home. Come on, go. And that's it. My husband used to say that I was almost like this old car that they are shaking to really to work. So I always tell her, Angela, thank you so much, because without you, I don't know how I would have started. But thank God I started.
You know, when I started, every time that I would try to start, I would just fell asleep. And then I insisted, because people from the Spiritist Center, they told me, no, insist on doing that day, is because the spirits, they don't want you to continue. So they want you to give up. And then it just it went away. You know, it just but in the beginning I couldn't.
Yeah, no, but that's exactly how you have to insist. If you don't insist, or if you don't have people helping you, not easy. So Alicia, 9 a.m. My goodness, 9 a.m. Wow. Very good. I'm happy you're here with us. Tell us the name of your city, please. And Michelle said, I do on Sundays at 9 p.m. I found this an easy time and day, because we are preparing for Monday. Yeah, it's true. It's true. Sunday 9 p.m. we are ready, like calming down to go to sleep. That's a good time. Okay, so let's go. Claudinha, can you do our reading, please?
Well, as usual, we're going to read a passage from the Happy Life. And today it says, do not be overly ambitious. Be mindful of the saying, do not let your reach exceed your grasp. Unchecked ambition leads to unhappiness and ultimately to madness. See to it that you work for what is actually necessary and share the surplus with those who need it.
Beautiful. Very beautiful. This is always our teaching, our teaching of being charitable. Being charitable.
And it's always related to, it's funny, it's always related to the study.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. And, we know in Spiritism there are no coincidences. So it is true. So let's relax a little bit and let's do our initial prayer for our God at home. Dear God, our Mother and Father, thank you so much for being here with all of us. Thank you for all the enlightened spirits, all the guardian angels that are with all of us in our homes, in different countries, protecting and inspiring us, helping us to connect with the message that we're going to be reading and studying tonight. So be it.
So be it, yeah.
Very good. So tonight we are using the gospel at home according to Spirit. The gospel at home. The gospel according to Spiritism, and the chapter 15. And we will be studying the items 8, 9, and 10. 8, 9, and 10. Very short item. So I will read just a little bit, and then you all can comment, okay? Not just our guests, but all of you that are listening, please put your comments, write your questions. We are doing it together. So the title of the first one is Without the Church, There is No Salvation, or Without the Truth, There is No Salvation. So the first item says like this: without the charity, there is no salvation is universal principle and gives all God's children access to supreme happiness. And then comes the explanations why without the church or without the truth is not the same. So that's what we are going to be talking exactly at this moment. What can we talk first about without the church, there is no salvation? It's up to you, girls.
Well, I think that, when I was reading that really the church has a lot of dogma, right? It has a lot of rules. Either if you're Catholic, then you can't be Jewish. If you're Jewish, you can't be Baptist. And so all of those different belief systems are exclusive. They don't include all of charity, which is really, as in the Spirit's book says, is benevolence towards everyone, not just a certain church, right?
Yeah.
So I thought although I just wanted to add that Susanna, who was my mentor in Spiritism, she told me once, charity is love in action. And I just, I think about that. And I think if we could always, every day of the year, not just, Holy Week as it is this week, be charitable and kind to everyone, but every day of the year. So that was my
very good. Very good. Anything that you want to add, Claudia?
Well, when I read this part, I was thinking, church, for example, you think all of us, we are brothers and sisters, but each one of us has a different way of thinking, and we have different beliefs. But it can lead us to the same place or the same like we can all be led to God, all right? But we can think in different ways. So it's not in the church that you're going to find the truth, or that you can find it inside yourself. You can find it in your home. You can find it wherever you go. It doesn't have to be a religion that brings you the good things, that brings you charity, that brings you the truth. The truth is in your heart. It's like that's why charity, because when you do good things for the other that you don't expect anything in return, is because you're not so you're not so proud anymore. You are not so vain. I mean, you think about the others, you think about giving, you think about loving. And it's not religion, and it's not we cannot have the truth.
Yes.
Because God is the one who has the truth. We don't know everything.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
We're just trying to learn.
And as you both said, as Sandra was mentioning, the different churches, different religious beliefs, they have certain dogmas, certain characteristics, and as we are all different people, even the spiritualistic people, that the big umbrella that spiritism is innate, Buddhism, Hinduism, so many.
We think different.
We have differences. Oh, I don't agree with that. Oh, I don't agree with it. So we are different. But we have to be inclusive. The people who have no religion whatsoever. They are atheists, or they just don't want to be connected to any type of religion. So when you talk about the charity, it involves everybody. Because, for example, at our group, Volunteers of Love, we have a lot of people in Volunteers of Love. They are atheists, they are Jewish, they are from so many different areas, but they love to be charitable. They like helping others. And this is what the book is explaining here to us. It's really Kardec's comments explaining that the charity is inclusive. Charity embraces everybody. Doesn't matter if you believe in this, if you don't believe. Doesn't matter if you have this dogma or not. But we are all together with one goal, that is helping somebody else. And that's why it's so good. That's why it's really wonderful for us to understand this. The mind of Kardec is so good for this type of definition, because he already saw that, and he didn't even put without spiritism. That's no truth. He put the church because it involves all, saying there is not a church that's going to help us. So this is wonderful. And you just started mentioning the so what can we talk about? Without the truth, there is no salvation. For you both. Guys, you're listening here. Michelle, Alicia, Saul, and all of you that are here and didn't write anything. Send us your comments. Send your questions. What do you think? Why do you think without the truth there is no salvation? Let us know too. Okay, girls.
Well, see, the truth changes constantly, right? So I can imagine back in the day, we believed that the earth was flat, and now we know it's round. So there is that kind of truth in itself is not going to save us without charity. So I was, when I was reading it, because, religious wars separate us. And then there is the truth of so many different things in the different churches that we're told. I was told when I was younger that, when I died, if I went to hell, I was going to be there forever. And I was petrified. I was horrified with that thought.
Mm-hmm. And yes, me too.
So, obviously, and I do believe that that some truths are so set in our lives that we must be open just to charity and not to, because it will change. Everything changes except for the absolute truth of God, which is absolute.
Yes, totally agree. Totally agree. Cardinha, what do you have to add? Or?
We're constantly, as she said, and we are constantly learning and changing our thoughts. We're like we cannot find. We learn a lot of things, but we don't know everything because we are not ready for it. Yes. Sometimes we're not ready, and like we learn, we can see that with the teachings from the apostles, and that Jesus left us a lot of sayings, a lot of teachings, but we were not ready for them, and we're still not ready. And like today, you think that one thing is correct, it's true, but it's not the time for you to know more than that yet.
Yeah, it's true. That's totally true. Exactly how Sandra was saying. How do we qualify or quantify the truth? What is the truth? And maybe what is the truth for me is not the truth for you. Is a different truth. Like, for example, I am a medium. I see spirits. So for me, this is natural. This is my truth. But someone who never saw it thinks it's a lie. Or when we're talking about scientific principles, yes, they are always learning more and more and more. How many scientists were burned, were killed because they were going against the church, or what they knew was wrong, and much later was discovered that was actually the truth. So it's always changing. So
and since you are in evolution, you can be more, can be ahead of me, or Sandra, or and it's not time for me yet.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna get there, right? Yeah. Everybody's gonna get there. Yeah. Each person has its time.
Exactly. Every person has its time, and we are, again, this wouldn't unite us if this was one of the principles. Without the truth, there is no salvation, there is no improvement, there is no evolution. That wouldn't work either, because the truth is very relative. So again, yes, Kardec was really thinking ahead, making things easier for us that came later on to really understand. Let me just put some comments here. Michelle was saying, for my understanding, the truth is the faith in God, this universal intelligence that guides us. Yes, Michelle, the truth is that. But what we are saying is that this is your truth. Maybe the truth of my next door neighbor is not that, because he's atheist. He does not believe in God. So this is not the truth for him. Mm-hmm. That's what we are trying to bring, a truth that would put us together. But as you mentioned, and we were all talking, this wouldn't work. That's why when we go back to the principle, without the charity, there is no salvation. That's actually the one we are going to talk right now. That's why we understand it better. And then you also said, of course, charity is very special and a way to connect people of all kinds. Yes, always. So just to complement, because we already spoke about that. What are your points in the number 10? Without charity, there is no salvation.
I'm just going to make one little comment before, because here in America, anyway, we always laugh when relationships are breaking up, because we go, there's really three truths: your truth, his truth, and the real truth.
Yes, when things are going crazy, it's always like this.
Crazy.
So. It's always like this. So there is one one point that I marked that was so beautiful, and this is the message of the Apostle Paul. The ones who were in my previous study, I was talking about the book Paul and Stephen. Is a beautiful book, and when I just became a spiritist, I didn't know this book, and I was saying this speaker, he was talking about the story Paul, just a little piece that he mentioned, and I was so in love with that. So I wanted to understand who was Paul, and I really didn't have much understanding of the disciples of Jesus. For me, Paul was actually one of the 12 disciples. Yeah. So don't feel bad if you think Paul and you are like oh, was not was not. So if you are like me, don't worry. There is a chance to improvement. Read this book, Paul and Stephen.
It's great.
But this message here, it's from Paul, and he mentions, among so many other things, he mentions submit all your actions to the test of charity, and your conscience will respond to you. Not only will it help you to avoid practicing evil, but it will lead you to practice the good. For not to have a negative virtue is not enough. It is necessary to have an active one. In order to practice the good, the action of the will is always necessary, whereas in order not to practice evil, idleness and negligence are often enough. So this is very powerful, very powerful. So basically he is saying that charity is love in action. That beautiful poem of Paul that everybody loves, that he talks about love. Haroldo Dutra Dias actually translated and it went back to many papers. I don't even know how he did, but he said there should be really without the charity is not without love, is without charity in his beautiful in his beautiful poem. And here he is saying it's not enough to not practice evil. It's really, it's already a step, you know, you are not doing evil, it's already good. But the idea is that you are actively practicing good. So this is something for us to understand also the different levels of people. We are all in different levels. When we look into ourselves, when we look in our past, don't even need to go into another reincarnation. Just go to this one. I like to give my own example. So in the past, I used to be really wild, crazy, complaining about everything. Then I improved a little bit. And the example of the door, I was already opening the door for people. And then people in New York, always like in a hurry. They're always going to nowhere, but they're always going. And they used to pass by the door, not even saying thank you. And I used to be, you're welcome. Because I was like, I'm holding the door. They can't even say thank you. But then I evolved to say, you know, it's okay. They're in such a hurry. And I am doing my part, opening the door for them. And someone else will come and will open another door for me. So, but it's up to me to recognize that and say thank you. But we are not supposed to be doing good, always waiting for the good answer either. So there are different levels of evolution and different levels of charity. The important thing is that we are constantly improving, constantly moving. So one day we will be able to be really like Saint Paul, deep understanding of a charity and how it improves ourselves and also the others. It's like it's so powerful, so powerful. So you want to say anything else? What else do you want to compliment? It's all to you.
I think you did good, Angie.
Oh, very good, very good.
It's an exercise, huh?
But it is really so true how we do service, right? And how our service evolves as we mature and as we get older, to really being in service and not just doing it because we're told to do it. Because a lot of times we're said, you need to do this, you need to go and give books to the library because that's what good people do. But it's very different when it comes from the heart and you actually give the book to that one person who really needs it. So we do evolve as we grow. My computer.
And it's funny because when we remember our past actions, I always remember things that I used to do, and I'm like, my God, how did I do that? Well, before I go, I'm just gonna tell it's a long story, but I'll make very short. I was always in buses in Rio, and super crowded. So I was always in the front of the bus where there are like the seats, there are higher seats for elderly people, people with disabilities. And, a lot of people like to sit there and pretend they are sleeping. Sometimes they are actually sleeping. But I used to be infuriated when I saw someone that really needed to sit and was not sitting. Oh my God. I did such a scandal. And I did a scandal that the whole bus could wake up, not just that people, but everybody. And this day had that old lady. She was tiny, white head. She was holding, and buses in Brazil are like roller coasters, at least in Rio. They are roller coasters. So you're like, it's an adventure. So I did a scandal. Oh, how can these people be sitting here while there is a poor elderly soul? Anyway, she was like, no, my daughter, please don't do that. No, please don't do that. No, 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 please. It's okay. It's okay. I'm like, how is it okay? And it's to scream even more. Oh my God. Anyway, not just one person stand up, but they always stand up because they were afraid of me. Everybody stand up. And the lady had all the seats to sit. And she was like, no, 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 please. I don't want to sit down. And I was like, how come I did this scandal for you and you don't want to sit down? This is crazy. But I didn't understand. She didn't want to disturb them. And she felt very embarrassed with my crazy attempt of helping her. And, sometimes we are so blind to understand certain things that this is not the best way to approach. Many years later, I think years later, the same situation happened in a subway in New York City. And I had improved, so I was not doing scandals anymore. I was like a little bit calmer. But I was just like, didn't know how to deal with that situation. I was getting really and then a woman next to me, she just touched the knees on the person that was sleeping. And she said, I'm sorry, hello, excuse me. This lady here, she really needs to sit down. Would you mind if you could stand up to sit? You could see the man was not happy about it. But he did. I don't know if he did because he was embarrassed or because he felt the pressure. But her approach was like 1,000 times better than mine. And she got a much better result. So this is also improvement in the ways that we try to help others. So sometimes we are trying to do something good, but our approach is not really the best one. So we also have to, think. But I think when we are young, we are so we take things a little bit too drastic, and it's not the best way to do certain things.
Good that you sensed it.
Oh yeah, but took many years. Took many years to be able.
Well, but you did.
That's why I always tell people, we can improve so much in one lifetime only. Don't think. Don't keep saying that, oh, I need 10 lifetimes. No, you can improve a lot in one lifetime when you recognize your mistakes.
Which is not easy. Yeah.
No, not easy, but we are always, we are always getting a little bit better. That's the important thing, to keep improving. Very good, my friends. Before we go into our meditation, I just want to test the sound because the girl said they were having a problem. So please let me know if you can hear it. I think you can. Let's try. Let's see. Can you hear it? I can't believe how you can't hear it. No? Yes or no? Oh my goodness. Okay. That's amazing. Let me stop this. That's amazing. I don't know what happened different that it is not working. So I will actually search for the sound here, and then we can do it through the phone. So let's start with our prayer, our exercises of breathing, and then I will search from my phone, and then we can at least listen to it. So Claudinha, could you please start our prayer? Thank you.
So let's sit in a comfortable position if we're not yet. Just let's close our eyes and let's take a couple of breaths, deep breaths, very slowly. Let's inhale first. Let's hold for a while and then let's exhale really slowly. Just to connect, just to release all the energy that we had before. So let's do it once more. Let's inhale and exhale. And feeling this air coming into our bodies and relaxing all our body. Let's keep our mind also relaxed and let's try to connect to our Master Jesus, saying to him that we are here tonight, very glad to be with our friends, to be with our guardian angel, that we are sure that he is here or she's here with us. We are we're trying to be better each day, and we're trying to get close to you, Jesus. We know that you are always with us. Most of the time, we don't pay attention to your presence because we are so into our things, our everyday work and family, but I'm pretty sure that by now we try to connect with you more than before. So assist us, help us to always open our hearts to connect with you more often, so we can feel better, so we can grow, so we can feel that we're going someplace good for us and for our family, for our friends and neighbors. And so this study tonight made us feel so good because we're learning good things. And I'm pretty sure that tonight, at the end of the day, when we go to sleep, we're going to feel a lot better. So thank you so much for letting us having this opportunity. And thank you so much for being with us. And we ask you, continue with us. So be it.
Welcome to the Virtual Passes Room. Emmanuel, the spirit mentor of Chico Xavier, once stated that thought is life. Thus, we can create the healing mental state right here and now. In preparation for the virtual passes, we would kindly recommend the following. Be certain that you have a real need to receive passes. Do not use the room simply out of curiosity. Casual visits to the room will negate its future benefits when needed. When using the room, have gratitude and show respect as you would when visiting a physical spiritist center. During the passes, silently evoke God's protection as well as Jesus. Also pray to your guardian angel. Concentrate on positive thoughts, thereby avoiding negative ones. Breathe deeply, slowly, calmly, and confidently. Always be ready to pray. Let us begin this passes session by praying as our guide and motto Jesus Christ has taught us. Our Father who is in heaven, hallowed be your name. Your kingdom come, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our debts as we also forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Now let us feel that small points of suffering, bitterness, sadness, anger, deception disappear from your mind, not to return. Like aged leaves that are shed from trees, let go of those feelings no longer serve you, and gently, but most assuredly, discard them. Let the wind of life carry them so far away that they are unable to return and create their negative link. Little by little, your emotional tree sheds its negative feelings, becoming clean and ready for its renovation. Without the weight of those dead leaves, you feel lighter and you're able to feel the gentle water of life now abundantly falling onto your physical body, spiritual body, and soul. This water cleans, disinfects, purifies, deconstructs, and tones all the cells of your body. Nothing can escape its renewing action. At the same time, it is cleaning and moisturizing your body. This crystalline liquid satiates your spirit, eliminating affliction, anxiety, and unrest. Now, within your heart resides a sense of calmness, cleanness, and well-being. Then, the light of God emerges to warm and snuggle you, while carrying rays penetrate your whole body and tenderly embrace you like a maternal hug, which brings comfort and safety to your heart. At this moment, great love warms your heart and removes the coldness resulting from any affliction. Now, your mind contains only feelings of joy and confidence. You are at peace and enveloped by a protective warmth. The heart of life offers you perfumed flowers. Then, with grateful and happy soul, You gather their colorful petals that penetrate your whole being, restoring feelings and emotions of happiness, hope, faith, courage, and determination, helping you to regain the willingness to live. In addition to the perfume and color, nature also shares with you the best it has to offer, an infinite capacity for restoring its sublime beauty, even when struck by evil that appears to enact its end. Divine hands full of light gently overflow and spill all over you like a golden waterfall of unspeakable and unknown essence. Little by little, your soul is impregnated with sweet happiness, allowing an inner renewal of the most noble and elevated purposes that are progress and accomplishment. Showered by this sublime power, you deeply surrender to the donor of light, observing energy that now gives your life a new and blessed impulse. You called me, and here I am. What do you want from me today? What do you need? Ask, my son. Ask, my daughter. I am here to help. Now, ask your special request to Jesus, enumerating the problems and difficulties that afflict you. I listen to your request with love and attention. Now I count on your faith and trust in me to solve your problems. Go in peace. I am watching over you, and I will not lose sight of you. Believe in God and also believe in me. I will be with you every day until the end. Be happy. Many blessings.
Now, my friends, we had listened this beautiful guided meditation. We would like to continue embracing this positive energy, this beautiful message, imagining that we continue surrounded by this bright light, this light from the enlightened spirits, from our Master Jesus himself, that is penetrating in our physical body, in our perispirit, changing our cells, the ones that are sick, changing into brand new, strong, healthy ones. And our physical body is getting stronger and stronger, fulfilled with this love. And this beautiful energy leaves from my house and goes straight to the house of Claudia, surrounds her, helps her to also change her sick cells for healthy ones, giving her this boost of energy, this boost of inner happiness, this is strength that we all need to be able to fight against any kind of problems, any sadness, any difficulties that we might face in our lives. And continue with this chain of love. It goes straight to the house of Sandra, penetrates her, surrounds her, connects her with this light that is all love, that's all beauty, that's pure energy, changing all her cells that might be sick for good ones, for healthy ones, giving her strength that she might even didn't know she had. And from her home, it's going to your home. So at this moment, imagine yourself being surrounded by this beautiful bright light, the light that represents the enlightened spirits, visiting your home, surrounding you, this pure energy penetrating your physical body and your spiritual body, modifying your cells, changing the sick ones for healthy ones, giving you this boost of energy. And at this moment, we all would like to be silent for brief moments to think about people that we love, people that we care, people that represent something special in our lives. And it doesn't matter if they are sick or not. We want they to be able to benefit from it. We want they to be able to feel this loving energy, this wonderful light penetrating their homes, their physical bodies, and their spirits. So let's think now at this moment of all those people that we would like to receive these blessings for a brief moment. And now that we have their vision in our minds, let's ask God to be able to go to their homes with the doctors and nurses. So if there is anyone sick, this person can receive this special visit. These persons will be able to be helped with the enlightened spirits right there, guiding them, changing their thoughts, helping them to see the light at the end of the tunnel, understanding that each one of us, we have so many difficulties, but when we receive these special energies, we are able to overcome our difficulties, and we will be able to wake up in a much better state of mind. And we would like to continue this beautiful chain of love to everywhere in this beautiful blue planet. We would like to visit all the countries that are going through difficulties, or because of starvation, or because of war, or because of COVID. So they all can benefit from it. The population can feel a little bit stronger, protected, even if the difficulties are not going to change from one moment to the other, but they can feel this inner strength. We also would like this loving energy to go to the nursing homes. So many loving elderly that we miss so much, but we still can't visit them. Give them this boost of energy, help them to continue positive, even if it's so hard, but things will get better pretty soon. Also protect and guide so many children around the world that have no mothers and fathers. They live in foster homes. And in this lifetime, things will be a little bit harder, but their loving moms and dads are in spirit with them, always protecting and guarding them. Things will be better one day. And Master, you are the one who knows everything we need. You are the one who knows our pains and aches. So at this moment, we ask you, please help us, inspire us, guide us, so we can continue our process of improvement, opening our hearts, being more charitable with our brothers and sisters, not just the ones that are blood ties, but all our brothers and sisters. And at this moment, our chain of love, of energy, continues traveling to the last person that is listening to this talk today, to this irradiation. And this chain of love comes back to me where we started. And now our chain is complete, is strong, is powerful, and we feel energized, we feel happy, we feel strong, and we understand that whatever difficulty we will be facing, we will have the strength to overcome it or to help someone else with inspired and positive words to overcome their difficulties too. Thank you so much for the blessings we received, not just tonight, but always. Please stay with us, and so be it. Hello, my friends. Hello, girls. Nice to have you all here. So happy that, whoops, where are you? Oh, here. So happy that even with the difficulties, we were able to finalize something, and very happy that we could finish our irradiation. Thank you so much, both of you, for being here with us.
Thank you so much.
A blessing.
Have a beautiful night. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sandra.
Bye.
Thank you, Claudia. Thank you to all of you. Have a great night, everybody. See you soon.
See you.